Yeah, all right. So this is the Fuck Off Files. If it's your first time watching us, first of all, welcome. Please like, share, subscribe, do all of that good business. We're on Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, all the good stuff. This is going to go on the YouTube afterwards, and then eventually the audio will go up on a podcast stream. I'm sorry, I promise I'm trying to be better with that. But basically, this is the Fuck Off Files, where we talk to our very, very esteemed guests and we say, hey, what's 3 things if you could just Thanos 3 things out of the music industry forever and ever and ever, what would they be and why? So I love this segment because we get all sorts of interesting answers from people. So I'm very curious, as someone who's been in the music business for as long as you have. What's your first pick, sir?
The first one, and I've been trying to think, and I've only got one, but I'm sure there'll be a couple that'll come to me. The first one is gatekeeping.
So
in the music industry.
Red hot one.
Yeah, that's the first one. And gatekeeping for your own self and personal gain to keep yourself in an established place in the fucking industry. That can royally fuck off, in my opinion. That is one of, if not the most detrimental fucking thing to any scene of music, whether you're a massive artist, whether you're a smaller artist, whether you are just starting out. If you're gatekeeping just to think that you're better than someone else in the scene, I don't want to fucking know you.
100%. And I get it because, you know, a lot of us were the butt of jokes growing up because of the music that we listened to. And it's hard to accept that people that are traditionally considered to be popular are now sort of coming to the genre. And we want to be seen. We want to protect what we think is ours.
Yeah.
We're like, you haven't done the hard yards for this. You haven't suffered for this the way I have, so you don't deserve it. Like, okay, I understand that mentality, and I've struggled to overcome it myself. But surely you're like, look at it from the generational perspective, right? If you grew up going through that shit, if we grew up going through that shit, and it's now like the trendy thing to like metal and to be into metal, and it's way more popular than it was, that means that there's some kid in school who's now hopefully not going to cop as much shit. That means there's kids that are people that are growing up out there, young people, that hopefully they're not going to cop as much bullshit for liking this kind of music as they would have when we were growing up.
For being the fat, ugly, hairy fucking kid, man. At least that fat, ugly, hairy kid now has a sense of fucking belonging.
Exactly. And hopefully if it opens those doors for people to connect, for these kids to connect with each other at a deeper level and stop some of that sort of negative treatment, 100%. Like gatekeeping. We've had, I think we might have, Carl, maybe you can tell me in this or not, if we've had people say that one before, I think.
I think nearly on every single podcast, every single, there's 2 that pop up every single time. Gatekeeping is one of them, and if it comes up on, I'll tell you if the next one comes up, but Keith the Blind says it feels like gatekeeping is ruining the genre the most. 100% it is.
Yeah.
We don't own it. We don't own. There's no gate for us to fucking own.
But it's also not even just gatekeeping the genre, but it's like the other side of gatekeeping is gatekeeping information as a promoter or as someone in the industry.
Scumbag business tactics.
Absolutely, 100%. That's what I mean. It's like if you are gatekeeping like just the music itself to say that you're better than someone else, you can fuck off. If you are gatekeeping in the sense of like, I know this person and I've got these contacts, but I'm better than you and you have to come to me, but I'm going to be mysterious and not come and help you out. Look, I understand people don't have to help everyone out. They can choose who they want to help out. But the thing is, the less people you help out in the scene to grow it, the more you are hurting the scene. It is a slow poison that you are fucking introducing to that shit.
Yep.
So
by not giving that band that you know, and this is what I can't stress enough. It's about knowing your place in the industry. Okay, fair enough. You may know the right people and you might be in a band. It is not wrong to say that you are not that good and other people are better than you. It is not wrong for you to admit that, hey, these guys, you know what? I like the cut of these guys, Jib. I'm going to go and speak to this person and go and tell them, and not even say anything. Just go, hey, bro, you should check out this band. You shouldn't even have to say anything because you shouldn't want that credibility. If you're doing it in the scene to get, like you said, to get a leg up, then you're in the wrong fucking scene.
Or to keep yourself up on a fucking platform where people think that you're important. Like, and I guess that's the thing with me. It's just like, at the end of the day, dude, like, yeah, I may have been in some cool bands. I may have played some cool shows, and I'm a lucky man, and I guess in a lot of sense, and also have worked my ass off to get here. But by no means do I think that I am above the dude that has just played his first show over the weekend. Because it's like, either way, we are still in the same fucking scene. We are still sitting in the same fucking venues, playing new music with different people to the same fucking people of this city. It's like, you are no better than me, nor neither is it the other way around. It's just like, same to promoters. You're still fucking booking the Woolly Mammoth, man. You're still booking fucking this venue. You're still booking here. You know what I mean? It's like, and I don't know who the fuck is doing it now. That's not a call out to whoever is. I'm just using those venues as an example. You know, it's like, you're still booking the same fucking venues you were fucking 5 years ago, cunt. You know, and let me guess, in 5 years' time, you're still going to fucking book there again. Does not make you fucking better or elevated than anyone else in this fucking
There's
scene.
no growth. There's zero growth.
Well, it's not that there's zero growth, but it's just like, just understand, you're still in the same fucking scene I am, dipshit. You know, like, you ain't fucking better than anyone, man. Fuck.
A time slot.
It grinds my bones, man, when
If everyone was, if everyone was willing to work together, like, a lot more and be a bit more open about this stuff, then the scene as a whole could be elevated.
Yeah.
That's my second one.
That's what's holding people back. Okay,
that's my second fuck off file. Is people that preach about, oh, why isn't there a sense of community, and then go and act purely in self fucking interest. That shit can fuck off too.
Yeah, but those are normally the ones, aren't they? The ones that, oh, there's no community, but the whole time they're sitting there holding the cards so close to their chest.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
And so many do it. Where's the community, man? Where's the sense of camaraderie, bro? But you're the one that's going and shit talking about every band behind their back. So
and a lot of the time, it's the old
community,
timers too. A lot of the time, it's the old timers. I find. I mean, this is more based on my experience from Sydney than up here.
Yeah.
But in Sydney, I found the people that had that attitude. A lot of them were the old timers, and they didn't want to give any new people a chance. They didn't want to listen to any young bands. They didn't want to try any young bands or connect with any of these younger bands that were coming up. They just wanted to sit there in their ivory tower and think that, you know, they were the kings of the scene, and that everyone owed them the world, and they didn't want to engage with anything or be any part of what was actually going on in the real scene at the time.
But realistically, all they're doing now is heading down to their local RSL, watching some nostalgic cover band that's just playing the same old nostalgic shit over and over again. Like, let's be for real.
Yeah.
Like, no offense to anyone that plays cover band, to any cover band, like anybody, you know, like, mate, you can make a living, you can make a living off it. You know what I mean? More power to you.
Yeah.
But
that leads me to my third one, man. The third thing that can fuck off is just how devalued original music is. The fact that as someone that has been on both sides of the fucking field, that has been in cover bands making my first few shows that I ever played, I were in a cover band. And I was in high school. The first one I played was when I was 12. Went and played the Goodna RSL. Played for 5 hours, earned a total of I think $900 that night, and I used that to save up to buy my first drum kit. That's how I rolled with that.
See what I mean? Look, you can make bank on that.
Go into a fucking cover band.
Yeah, look.
Well, dude, the thing is, they did the RSL. So the thing is,
RSLs,
like,
man.
How I built my chops up as a player, man, if people don't know this, because, like, you know, I didn't start doing the heavy metal shit until I was, like, 16, like 15, 16. But before that, I was a classical muso that would, like, basically get his chops as a muso, playing in brass bands where we would go and play in the parks. You would see us there, and we'd be playing all kinds of shit, like the Hawaii Five-0 theme to fucking... like, we would do, like, Disney things with, like, the Incredibles theme and fucking all that kind of shit. To then, on other weekends, I would be playing in a cover band, and I would do that because my dad's dad, Pop, he used to go to the Goodna RSL all the time. We got really friendly with the covers band that was there. Their drummer got into a pretty serious truck accident because he was a truckie. And they needed a quick filler, and they couldn't find anyone, so I was like, fuck it, I'll do it. Unbeknownst how much fucking work and time and energy that was going to take, but I used that to get my first kit, and I did that for 2 years, and I really built some chops up playing, like, Beatles covers, shit from the 50s, all that kind of crap. Like, that's where I built my chops off of doing this shit, and it was amazing the kind of bank that you could make doing that shit. It's incredible, and it's like how devalued it is, where it's like, perfect example is, let's look at Kaiju Fest. If we were to put that lineup on, for the price that it should be, no one would fucking come. Like, let's be really, really honest about this.
Yeah, you're right.
You know,
You're not wrong.
you know. So, in retrospect, but yet, if you were to put on an NXS cover band mixed with a Guns N' Roses cover band mixed with an Incubus tribute, you would have 100 to 300 people there for the same price.
You'd have the venue asking you to play there for free. They pay you. Just to get
guarantees.
Just to get asses through the door because they know people are going to buy drinks. It's going to cover you tenfold.
So, I mean, is that something, because I have seen on a lot of the Chaos' shows, there's tribute acts. Is that something that's like kind of in New
That's good
Zealand?
marketing. That's fucking
they just
good
kind of
marketing.
mix these originals and tribute kind of lineups to get
Joel, no,
as
that's
a way
more
to
a
help
Joel
get
thing.
stuff, or is that just something Joel does to?
It's more of a Joel way of how he runs his shows. Because it's also the tribute shit too is more of a way of, and I guess this is me and him thinking the same in a lot of ways. And I can only I can only speak for myself with this, but with me, it's kind of like, this is why I book Resurrections, because it's a party band, it's fun to do it, and anyone that's played enough original shows knows that once it hits 10 o'clock, everyone is way too pissed to give a fuck about the headlining act. So it's like, why not chuck a cover act on? But it's also like, the same thing too is metal cover bands has kind of been a lot more of a bigger thing, and I guess now that you've got, like 50 years of heavy metal acts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, you have a lot more where now that is becoming a thing, because it's like when you would see Elvis cover acts and fucking Beatles covers acts 20 years ago, oh yeah, that had been 50 years by that point. So it's the same kind of shit. So really for us is it's kind of like to have that blend of party and stuff that you know, and then mixing it with originals as well, instead of it being purely covers. Like, we run the Prodigy tribute. And like, if people don't know that, like, we are the ones that also do the Prodigy tribute. So at the Gold Coast, if you want to see that, that's going to be a Chaos set. We literally go off, have a quick drink of water, fucking wipe the black shit off our face, and go do another half an hour of Prodigy shit. So it's kind of more a Joel thing where he books a lot more than I do with it, but it does help in the sense of, like, people will go out there, have fun, sing along to what they want. They'll get a couple of original bands too, where they'll be like, oh, that was cool, instead of having like 8 original bands where it's just like, fuck, I can't remember this one, who was this guy, I missed this one. It's like, oh no, I missed the Korn tribute. Oh well, I got to see Chaosist, you know. Yeah, that's just more how I kind of see it. Anyway.
I see it as a great marketing strategy.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. We really hope you had a good time. If you did, please consider hitting that subscribe button and the notification bell down there. It helps the channel grow. We are still a fairly young channel, and we like to try and grow our audience all over the world. We do also, for those of you who are interested, have a Patreon. It's just a couple of bucks a month. At the moment, you get all the videos early and ad-free, but we are working on ways to increase the value of that and make it a bit more enticing. So don't forget to keep an eye out and check back on what's going on over there. Other than that, thank you so much for your time. Enjoy the rest of your day.